Hello, my crafty friends. Well, I'm starting a little bit early because I may have to. I don't know how long I'll even be able to stay on. So um, we're supposed to get thunderstorms and stuff tonight, and so I want to be able to just grab my computer and go back in the house without having to put a bunch of stuff up if that happens. And so I decided I'm not going to work on the watercolor project that I had planned on doing tonight just in case. I'm just going to play with this little book here. Just in case that happens, I won't, it'll be easier for me to get back in the house. When you have to, walk through the rain with your computer to get back in the house, you don't want to do that too much. So anyway, that is that. So I'm going to play with this a little bit more. This is the outside cover of our oh, hi Becky. What are they calling these little books? Just because books? Is that right? Is it a just because book? Anyway, I laid some stuff out here, but I hadn't sewed it down. This piece and this, and I'm still not 100% sure because it covers that up, and I really think I want that to show. So this may not go on there. I could stick it inside. Um, I also had this, and I could put this on the cover, or I could put it on this. The way this book works, this is the back. So this isn't the back, because it will go like this. That's how it will fold up. So putting the flower on it there would be okay because it's not the back. Um, but I'm not 100% sure that's what I want to do. I do want to put something in here to cover this space up. And so I'm going to do that. But I'm going to look for something smaller to go in here instead of this because, um, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just because book. Okay, thank you, Sherry. Um, maybe I will leave this because it will be a good flat back. I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm still thinking. That's where I'm at. I'm still thinking. Hi, Linda. Um, I did go ahead. I made this last time we were working in this book, and then I didn't ever get it put on because I wasn't certain, but what I might want something else underneath it. See, I kind of like that better. But that, covers up all of the gray, and I don't guess it really matters. I mean, you can do anything you want just because you want to. There you go. Thanks, Sherry. Oh, yeah. Well, my um, decision making is lacking something at the moment. I could put this right there. That really looks pretty with this, and then I could put this lace somewhere else. Somewhere I have some Fabri-Tac. Where is that? Not Fabri-Tac. What is this stuff? Fray check. So I think I'm going to trim this and then put fray check on it so that it'll stay. It won't. Fabri-Tac would probably work for that too, but uh-oh. I guess I need to see where we're going to put it. Down here. And do the same thing. While it looks nice, go ahead and put fray check on it. And we'll let that dry, and we'll add that in a little bit. When a few more people get on here, I'll explain again why I've changed the plan. Well, it's kind of in the title. It's partly in the title why I've changed the plan for tonight, but I didn't feel like getting halfway through that project and having to stop in the middle. And I've been wanting to work on this one some more, so that all together, this fabric is upholstery fabric, and this is the right side. This is the back side, but I kind of like this side. I think that would be fun to put some of that in here. I think I like that idea actually. I'm gonna trim it a little bit. Nobody's feeling very chatty. Y'all's day must have been as long as mine. I do think I want to let it, ravel out a little bit, because that's part of the fun, is the fact that you don't have to have perfect cuts and sides and all of that. Wow, I didn't realize how well that would ravel. I should have, because it's a woven fabric. So, whoa. Hi, Barb. Hi, Barbara. I'm so glad y'all are here. Becky is crocheting as she watches. That's great, Becky. Are you feeling better? Good. I'm glad. I've been praying for you and worrying about you. So I'm glad to hear you're doing better. Okay, I got this like thing here that's just let me scooch this over. I kind of got my camera in the wrong place. Let me see if I can. There we go. That's a little bit better. That way I can still work with things where they are. I just grabbed a bunch of scraps and threw them in this box to use. I was going to see if there was something else I might rather use than that. I do want to use that somewhere. And I found this at the thrift store. I thought I might could use on those little pages. So okay. Trying to get in to do a follow-up. Well, that's not fun, and it's hard to do sometimes, getting in to see somebody. Oh, I forgot I had that just stuck in here. I just kind of stuffed this little box, and I don't even know how much of it I'm going to use. But let's do that. It can just look like fluffy pretty over there. Okay. I also dug out a bunch of little buttons that were very colorful. And so I thought those might be fun. Let's see if I have something I can pour them in where they just won't get everywhere. Just a second. Oh. Okay. Wish I had a tin. I always, when I have tins that come apart, I wish they were cooked together. But right this minute, I wish I had a tin where they weren't hooked together. Okay. Well, I found some stuff I thought would be fun to use in here. Lots of weird little stuff like this. I assume this, I don't know. It's got this weird little thing off of it, like it was attached like that to something. I don't know. And then I've got some jewels. And I just pulled out all the purple buttons I could find when I was digging through, because I have a page of purple I'm supposed to do in the scavenger hunt book. And I still haven't finished that. And then I pulled out all the teeniest, tiniest ones I could find, because I want to do a page in this book with a bunch of teeny tiny ones. So that's what I've got here. I was thinking about putting this down with buttons, but it's on the back, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that this time. Okay, let's put these other things up here. That way they'll be easier to see. Let's see if this is still, yeah, that's still wet. I'm going to wait a bit. Hi, Dana. Hi, Janet. Hi, Teresa. It's good to see all of you. I'm glad you're here. The Sisterhood of the Blurry Vision. I'm playing in my Just Because book because we're supposed to get rain, and I didn't want to get in the middle of that watercolor project and have to try to rush back into the house real quick. So I decided to do something else tonight. Hi, Nettie. I started to just cancel because I didn't want to be in that position. And then I thought, well, if I can just say, okay, I got to go, and hang up and grab my computer and run in, then that'll be okay. So I decided not to give up on streaming, just to not do that project. I need to find some thread stuff. Where did I put that? Okay. I'm going to use something out of here. I think there ought to be something in that big bag that I can sew this on with. Let's see, there's bound to be something fun in here. I've got a million of these. But there's probably something a little more fun than that even. Let's see what we can find. This is a bag I got at the thrift store. I think I paid $5 for this bag full of stuff. And this was in there. It cost $1.50 at Michael's originally. Not using that in here. Okay, well there's a pretty green. And I like green, and that would get that used up. So maybe we'll do that. I thought I had, here's some of these, that come out of kits. If you see those kits and they're like 50 cents or something at a garage sale, buy them for this. Okay. Well, it looks like it's mostly crewel embroidery and then regular embroidery. So, there was some other stuff in here, and I guess I moved it somewhere else. So, because there was a lot of this that had sparkly stuff on it, and I've put it somewhere else, I guess. Anyway, that's all right. Let's get this out here. Maybe that'll be good. That would be wonderful, Janet. I think it's fine for regular embroidery if you like the texture of it. It's a completely different texture. It's more like the difference between silk and wool or something like that. I think you can do embroidery with whatever kind of thread or yarn or whatever you want to call it that you want to. That's just my personal opinion. Somebody else might disagree. Somebody else might disagree. Hi, Cheryl. I'm glad you're here. Especially in a book like this, you could use anything you want. I did get a book. It's probably still in the house. Did I bring it out here? No, I think it's still in the house. But I did get a book of embroidery stitches at the library book sale, and so I think that'll be fun to use. Getting better every day. I'm glad, Cheryl. Um, my sister-in-law, Darren's sister, has fallen twice because she passes out. And they don't know if it's neurological or if it's cardiac related or what the deal is. She's trying to get in to see a specialist, and that doesn't always, that's not easy. Um, but falling, she's hurting herself falling. Anyway, if y'all would keep her in your prayers, I would appreciate it. Her name's Debbie. She's a sweet lady, and I hate that she's having to go through this. Anyway, I think she said she has an appointment with a specialist, but she didn't tell me which kind of specialist, um, at the first part of June. So, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate it, and I know she will too. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Nettie. Okay, I messed up here. There we go. No, any kind of fall is never fun. That's true. And she is um 3 or 4 years older than I am. I'm not sure exactly how old she is, but she's had a lot of health issues and for a long time, but this is something new and different. Thank you, friends. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to go around with the green, and then I'm going to get another color and go around inside and another color and go around until I get to the middle. At least do 3 or 4 layers of color, different colors. That's my thought on this piece of fabric, because I don't want to put anything else on it um, that'll make it bumpy, but stitching will be fun. And if we just use colors that are already in there, then that'll kind of be good, I think. Thank you, Cheryl. That's one of the things I love about our community the most is how much everybody cares about each other. That not all YouTube communities are like that, and I feel very blessed. Okay. Oh, Sherry, I'm sorry about that. That makes perfect sense, though. Um, we'll keep that in our prayers as well. Okay, let me find another color. A little too bright. It's a little too bright. Okay, we'll use that one. that's a bright, very bright, but I think a yellow would be good, or gold. Let's see if we can find a one that's deeper maybe. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, let's do those. Yeah, Janet, this is that just because book. I started it and I made pages, to work in it, and this is the cover, and it's gonna be like this actually. And it's gonna be like this after I get it finished. So it's one of those just because books. I think that's what is it Susan Brown who started the Just Because fabric books? I'm not positive because I didn't see her doing it. I saw somebody else's, and so um, okay. And I had here it is. Say I had a needle threader, which definitely makes this easier. I might as well use it. What's the point of having stuff if you're not going to use it? Yeah, Susan Taylor Brown. Thank you, Sherry. I have gone since I started this and watched her some. Um, yeah, I know Shannon started that, but hers were paper, weren't they? I don't think hers were fabric. Shannon's were paper, I think, because I've done one of those too. Barbara says, I think it was Susan Taylor Brown doing the Just Because books because when you don't have a plan, you want to make a book anyway. Maybe one with no rules. Yeah. Yeah. But Shannon definitely was the one who did the paper ones. And then Susan took that and made it her own by making them fabric. Thank you, Sherry. Oh, here's a little buckle. Hannah needs a little buckle for a leather project she's doing. We had a friend give us some leather leather tools, and there was a little bit of leather in there, just practice, like bookmark practice pieces. And Hannah played with one of those, and now she's hooked. So she wants to make a compass case, a leather case for her compass. Um, and she was needing a little bitty buckle. Where did I put that? And I don't know if that'll work or not, but it might. She may need more than one, so it might be that she has to buy one, but it's kind of like getting a free puppy, you know? You get the basics for free, but then you have to go out and buy all the stuff. Um, But there was a lot of stuff in there that we didn't have to buy, so we were very grateful for that. It was very sweet of her. This particular friend is moving and downsizing, and she said she had to give up some crafts. She can't have everything for everything. And so, oh, somebody was asking, and I just now remembered I didn't answer. Somebody was asking about, well, maybe I did answer and I just don't remember, about me moving into Ethan's bedroom. And before he even left, Hannah said she was giving him 4 months, and then she was moving in, making his bedroom into her craft room. So unless I can talk her into switching with me, I'll be still out here. And I don't think she would want to switch because his room has 6 windows. And no, we haven't got a puppy yet. We want one really bad, but we haven't got one yet. We're trying to get this garage sale done and get some stuff moved around and stuff before we deal with a puppy. So but we both do want one. But we were talking about that today, how a free a free dog is not free. Um, it's just not as expensive as going to a breeder and getting one. Okay, so far this is what it looks like. Whoops, I keep forgetting where my camera is. So now we're going to start on a different corner with a different color, and maybe we'll end up with a little fluffy thing on each corner that's a different color. That sounds like a plan anyway, doesn't it? Oh, Barb, I'm sorry. Yeah, that is hard. I'm understanding that position right now. There are a lot of things that are harder when you've got um, you know, people who do certain things are not there anymore. The mechanical things, the heavy things, the tall things, the fixing the mechanical things, or even just choosing someone who knows more about choosing what to replace one with. Big changes, yes. I know. I know what you're going through. Oh, well, it helps if you tie off the end here. Okay. Once again, we will try to get started here. Well, this isn't going to show up a whole lot because it really is one of these colors that's in here, but that's what the underside looks like. That's right, Cheryl. We do care about Barb, and we're praying for things to go well for her too, and for the adjustment to not be any harder than it has to be. Do you have any, young family members who can come and help you out at all, Barb? That is a lot of property to try to deal with yourself. It is hard to keep up, Cheryl, because things are just nuts. It feels like every time you think you're about to find some sort of new normal, then things go nuts again. It's a good thing that we have hope for after this life, because if this is all we had, it would be hardly worth it. Um, Now, some days I feel more that way than others, but it is a good thing we have more things to look forward to beyond this life. Mm. Well, at least you don't have a bunch of animals to take care of. That helps some, Barb. But I'm glad you have a brother who can come and help you with those things because it really is nice to have someone around who can help you, even if they just come over once in a while and say, yes, this can be fixed. No, this can't. Okay. I got a notification. I hate that it's set up where the notifications on your computer come up right on top of chat. You can't hardly see that layer, but it's there. You can see it more in here. Oh, that's good, Barb. I'm glad. Wood's important. I'm glad you have someone who can help you with that. Oh, I tell you, it's been so cold here that I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I need to. It helps if you put your needle on first. It really does. It makes the whole process work much better if you put the needle on before the thread. I'm thinking I need to turn on my air conditioner. Let's see. Okay. I just had it turned off because it wasn't going to be cold enough to need that, heater. I'm trying to save as much energy wise as I can. So Hannah and I are keeping the air conditioner low, um, well, high, I guess. It has to get hotter for the air conditioner to come on, and it has to get colder for the heater to come on. So we're trying to stay to be as economical as we can and wear layers and less layers depending on the weather. And so I've been trying to do that out here in the studio too. I don't want it to get so cool that things are in danger, or so hot that things are in danger. But I'm trying not to run the air conditioning and heating too much unless I'm actually out here needing it. Back at work for the summer. Yes, that'll help. There's part of me that wishes I could work things out with, you know, taking Hannah to and from work and all that kind of thing, that I could find a job. But um, finding, I found one, I mean, I know of one where they need help, but they need it full time, and I can't do that. So nobody wants part time work except for the kinds of things that my back won't let me do. Hi, Kathy. I'm glad you're here. I don't know if I've seen you in here before, or maybe you've just changed your name. I don't know, but either way, I'm happy you're here. It's good to see you. Hi, Beth. I'm glad you're here. I am grateful that things worked out with the retirement stuff, that I don't absolutely have to get a job in order to pay bills. If I can just be, do what we're doing, which is cutting down on things, then we'll be okay. Um, but part of me wishes that I could find a job that I could do easily. I don't think the extra money is worth hurting my back over. And it's certainly not worth having to buy Hannah a car and gas and all of that. Any extra money I made would be gone by the time we did that. So it really just doesn't make sense right now for me to do that. But there's part of me that wishes I could. I enjoyed the jobs that I had in the past. Excuse me. Excuse me just a second. Sorry about that. I just suddenly was going to have a coughing fit, and I didn't want you to have to listen to it. Yeah, Julie, we're supposed to get thunderstorms in just a little bit, and I didn't want to be in the middle of the project and have to just get off real quick. So, So I decided just to play on this instead. Excuse me, I'm sorry, just a second. I've looked online, and the jobs that I know I could do without having to invest a lot in training, they want you to work as like 8 hours a day from this time to this time with this time for lunch, just like you were in the office. And that's the same problem with taking Hannah to work and stuff, that I would have going into an office to work. So, I'm in Texas, and it's just now where I'm at in Amarillo. It's just now building up all the way around us, and I'm supposed to be coming in from the west soon. Well, if I can't stop coughing, I may have to go in even earlier. That's frustrating. Okay, and then we've got this piece I want to stick in here. I think that'll look cute right there. I did get a drink. I've gotten several drinks, Cheryl. I wish that was enough to help. I usually take allergy medicine before I come out here, and I didn't do it. And it takes like 30 minutes to work, and so um, I don't have as much trouble in the house. But anyway, okay, I need to sew this on. Yeah, this is a pretty wide storm. It's like it's building up, all around when you look, when you pull out on the map. Amarilla's right here, and it's just all around. So, and it's moving that direction. So it'll be, um, I think it's going to get a lot of people, not just us for sure. Okay, I need another color for this. I think I'm going to use some of this. Let's see where the end is. There we go. Oh goodness, yeah, that'd be fun, but you'd have to carry so much stuff. Um, yeah, that's probably not the best place for me to work. Because I would be bringing stuff home too, and I don't need to. I don't need to. I need to use the stuff I've got. I just need to get back into. Um, I have ideas and things I want to do. What I don't have right now is the gumption to just get up and do them. And I guess I'm just still trying to adjust to the way things are at my house now, and it just makes me, I don't know, it just makes it hard to just go ahead and do stuff like life is normal. And I know that sounds, I mean, I got to find a new normal. I can't just keep going on not wanting to admit that life will never go back to being the old normal. It's just me and Hannah now, and eventually, you know, that'll probably change too, but that wasn't staying put. Anyway, right now my crafting is basically what I do with y'all. That's most of it. Um, Most everything I do is what I'm doing streaming. I'm not doing very much, in videos. And I've got videos I need to do, and I want to. I don't know. Well, thank you, Sherry. Well, I appreciate y'all for understanding, and I know I'm not the only person in this situation. It's not like this is some new thing that's never happened to anyone else. It's just never happened to me before. Yes, thank goodness we have each other. That's right, Janet. And yes, Hannah is home. Yeah, she's in her room doing stuff. I don't know what. We've been, watching some TV together and doing things. She spends a lot more time in the living room with me now. She used to spend a lot more time in her room, but she still needs alone time. And some days after work, she needs more alone time than other days. But she's always been a person who, needs her alone time. So thank you, Cheryl. Hi, Kathleen. It's so good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I bought, and I don't think I brought them out here. Yeah, I did. I bought something that I want to do, a project. Let me show you. I Y'all probably all seen these, and I'm the only one who didn't know about them. But anyway, I found these at Hobby Lobby, and they're those stand up storage boxes for paper, but they're for 12 by 12 papers. And one reason I don't use my 12 by 12 papers is because they're all stacked on top of each other, and I can't go. I have to move them and everything just to look through them, so I just don't use them. And these are white, so I can decorate them. So that's a project I want to do. So it's a project, but it's also organizational, which I'm trying to slowly organize things better. Oh, that sounds nice, Cheryl. Your head said thank you. She does come hug me just because. She sure does. Excuse me. She's an introvert, but one of her love languages is physical touch. So she does need her hugs, even though she wants to get a squeeze you and then she wants to go back to her room. Excuse me. Group hugs, yay! Hug, hug. Uh, yeah, we all need hugs. Well, we're glad we can help you, Sherry, because we all need community, and that's a it's a blessing that we have each other because we can't all get out and spend a lot of time out into a community in town. Um, it'd be nice if we could, but we can't all do that. So it's nice that we can have a community online where we truly do care about each other. It's not just people out there. There are people out there you really care about, and we share our concerns and our needs and our joys and our sorrows with each other, and that's a blessing to all of us to be able to do that. Thanks, Tanya. Hey, that's all right. You know how late I was yesterday, and I don't know how long I'm going to be on. When the rain starts, I'm going in. They can't decide when it's going to get here. It's already all around us, but right here in Amarillo, we're not seeing it yet. Ow. That's not good. It went right in the seam. I changed the place in my finger where I've been using it. Let's see if we can tie that down a little bit. That's why we're not doing the watercolor thing tonight because I don't know when I'll have to get off. So I decided it would be more fun to get on and do something else and not have to worry about that. Okay. And I think we're going to let that back just kind of be like that. I don't think I want to. Well, I could put that on it. See, now I'm trying to build it up more here. Hi, Lala. We're glad you're here. Popping in for a few minutes. Thank you. You're sweet, and thanks for the reminders. She's right. All those things help. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it like this, and let's work on this because this will be inside. This will be on top. That's the back. So I'm just going to let that be the back and let it just be like that. Thank you, Carol. I'm glad you're here. Now then, inside, right now we don't see a whole lot inside because except the parts where I stitched through. So I do need to do something in there, but I need to do something here first and finish this. And I was thinking about putting this on there. Well, I'm glad you said hi. And thanks for the thumb. I appreciate that too. Y'all are all pretty good about that. Okay, if I do this, see, the one thing is, well, I think it'll show enough. I think it'll show enough. If I do that, it'll be okay. What do y'all think? Sharon, I'm not sure if I said hello to you or not, but I'm glad you're here. If I missed you before and didn't say hello, it was an accident. Now, one thing I thought might be fun, I have a bunch of these, is to just pin this on with these. Nothing says everything has to be sewn on. I think that might be fun. Let's see. How many of them do I have? And then when we sew this in the middle, that'll attach the middle down too. When I was going through my button box, I was just throwing anything in here I thought might be fun to use. Okay, bye-bye, Lala. Thanks for coming in. I don't know if y'all can see the little gold pins. So let's do some more. Oops. I thought those would show up on the back more than they do. I don't know if I can make them show up more. I thought it would be fun to tie something from them in there. Let me see if I can make those show up more on the back. Yeah, I think, and then I can sew something in. Okay, let's do that. We'll use it on both sides that way. Kathy says, I just love making snippet rolls. Yours is very pretty. Thank you, Kathy. This one's actually going to turn into a book eventually. These are the pages. And I'm gonna work on this side and on that side, and that way I can hide the messy stuff in there, and then I can sew them together. So I've made several pages, and then I'm going to sew each page in. I'm going to sew each page into the back on its own. Probably right here will be the back. And let's see. And then this will come here. And there's the front. So that's how it's gonna work out. I've done a snippet roll that I donated to the Defy auction, but I haven't ever done one for me. Maybe I need to do that. I've started, let me get it and show you, on a journal cover. It's pretty big. This is, excuse me, supposed to be where the spine is. So it would be like this, and then this will come over a little bit like this, or like this. But that's as far as I've gotten with that one. Okay, I got to redo some of these now that I've decided I'm going to give that pen dual purpose. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, you need to make one, Linda. Okay, see how it's migrating? Okay, well, that just shows that you need to do that different than I did it. Start in one side and work your way around rather than trying to go back and forth. Hi, Gloria. I'm glad you're here. Beth needs to make one too. Okay. There's just so many fun things to do and not enough time to get them done. That's a problem I think we all have. Not enough days for all the things. And I want to do all the things. When this friend asked me that brought us the leatherworking stuff, she said, I know you do a lot of different things. And she said, are you sure you want to try the leatherworking? And I said, oh, yeah, we got to do all the things. All the things we can possibly do. That's how many I want to do. We can't do all the things, but all the things we can do, we want to do. Okay. Yeah, I like that. And then in here, we'll do something to connect to those. Maybe we'll do that next just because I got it on my mind. And then we need to sew this down here in the middle. Let's see. Hi, Mina. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, Mina brought popcorn. Hi, Vanessa. I'm glad you're here. Okay, where's the needle? Here we go. This time I'm going to put the needle on the needle threader first. And then, oh, pork ribs. That sounds good too. I had a yummy salad, like a chef salad at lunch. Well, I say lunch, that was about 2 o'clock, but that was when I had it. That was my lunch. And I haven't had anything since then. And I was doing just fine. I wasn't even hungry till y'all started talking about popcorn and ribs. The problem with trying to use up a short piece is that it comes unthreaded if you're not careful. Julie's gel printing, cool. Okay, I'm going to take that off because I think I can maneuver this better without it. Let's see, when I pull on it, I'm used to having a longer tail to mess with. I'm just tying it behind this button, so the stitching doesn't really show much here. And I don't mind it showing on the back. We're going to do something back there anyway. Okay. Good night, Carol. Thanks for coming in. Ah, Teresa's gel printing too. Yeah, y'all need to post your stuff so we can see what you did. Okay, I forgot. The other thing we wanted to do was to decorate this with this little bee. Of course, he's a pin. I can just pin him on, I guess. I guess I could do it that way. Uh-oh. Well, there we go, finally. I was beginning to think it was bending under there and wasn't going to come through. Well, nope, come on. Okay, go on where you're supposed to go there. There we go. Now then, there's the top. I like that. So I'm happy with my outside cover. Well, I'm not used to having being quite this far over. Let's move it this way just a little bit. There we go. Thank you, Sherry. Okay. Now then, that one didn't leave very much pin to work with. Let's see if we can. I may not can make it any better, but let's try. There we go. Yeah, the bee. I think the bee's cute. Now I had thought about going ahead and putting this flower on there and then adding the bee, but I think this is good enough. And it can look like he's trying to get into this flower. I don't know. Okay, we need to remember which side's up and down. Thanks, Vanessa. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is do stitches across from each of these points across. I messed up my nail. I'm messing up both of my thumbnails messing with this. Thanks. I got to check on something real quick. I want to check and see how close that is getting to where we are, because I'd really like to go in before it starts raining rather than in the middle of it. Let's say that radar's not wanting to come up. Okay, well, give me a minute. I'm sorry. I know but I want to see what it's showing. Okay. By it looks like a little before 8:30. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm good till about 8 o'clock, unless something changes. Unless something changes, I'm good till about 8 o'clock. So maybe that's a sign. Yeah. When the weather app doesn't want to load, that's when you get worried. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Okay. I'm trying to think if I want to put some more fabric in here and then sew it in by going across to these pins, or if I just want to let the um, just let the the stitches on here show up. So far inside I haven't done anything except the stitches from the outside. So I like that leaf, but I think I'm going to want embroidery around it and use it somewhere else, maybe over here, I don't know. So I don't want to put that there. Trying to see what I can put in the middle. Oh, that might be fun. It's just like a text piece of fabric. Thanks, Tanya. Well, I was just using the where it tells you where it's saying what it thinks the storm is going to do, and it was showing a little after 8 before it would actually get into town. Um, but I appreciate you watching it for me. That's good. Thank you. Okay, this may be too ovally. It's a good shape. It's just too big. Okay. So we'll just trim it down a little bit. Going back to listening. Okay, Tanya. Thank you. We need to do something with that, huh? I don't know what. Okay. That's still a little bit big, especially lengthwise. Hi, Brittany. I'm glad you're here. See if this will fit inside. Okay, I think that's going to fit inside. It may look kind of silly doing what I'm going to do, but if it does, it does. Now I need a color. Let's see. Maybe that's a little too bright. That's not really a Lisa color. Okay, let's look through here. Lots of greens. I like green. Well, any of these will go with the little bit of green that's in this. Not that it has to go with anything, but anyway. I think I'm going to go with the darker one. Okay. I may end up having to use more than one of these. Probably will. So we'll get a couple of them out and then set the other ones aside for now. Okay. I think I do want to stitch this on, maybe with a lighter color. No, I'm going to stitch it on with the dark, and then I'll use a lighter color to do my crisscrossy things. And I'm going to try to stitch this on without going through the quilted fabric, and I don't think that'll be too difficult to do. Alrighty. We're going to start right here. And I'm just going to, I'm pretty boring in my stitches. Have y'all noticed that? I'm just doing a straight running stitch on everything so far, pretty much. Well, no, these I did a little bit different, but I'll get more decorative inside. Right now, I'm just trying to get the cover done. We'll get bolder as we go, maybe. We'll see. Maybe we will. Maybe I'm just a straight stitch kind of girl. I don't know. I got, when I was digging books out to put in the garage sale, because we only have, 5 million books, and we don't even have enough shelves, and we have shelves in every room but the bathroom and the kitchen. Um, we don't even have enough shelves for all the books that we have. And so I was trying to get rid of some books. And one of the books I started to get rid of was some book about Cowboy Joe, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, I just kind of looked at it and thought, yeah, I don't see any, I don't even know why I have this one. And I put it in the garage sale. And my mom came over and when she was looking through the books in the garage sale and she pulled it out and she said, "Did you look in the front page of this book?" I said, "No, I just kind of looked on the back of it and flipped through it a little bit." And she said, "Well, look on the front page of it." And the lady who wrote the book was one of my dad's great aunts. And she was one of the ladies his dad was named after. And my granddad's name was O.V. Mullins. O.V. It wasn't, something that wasn't shortened from something. That was his name. But they gave him those initials from two of his aunts, which were Olita and Vita. And Olita is the one who wrote this book. And she had written a note in it to my dad and sent it to my dad, a copy of her book. And And my mom had written in there after my dad passed away, you know, and I'm sure she showed it to me and told me what it was when she gave it to me, but I didn't remember that. Um, anyway, and it was the explanation of where my granddad got his name and that this, was one of his aunts who wrote the book. And so I was so glad she came to the garage sale and pulled that book out and told me about it because that would have been really sad to get rid of. Anyway, be careful with the books your parents give you. They might be important. Hi, Miss Allie Kay. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so now that's sewn down so it looks purposeful. Let's get a different color to go crisscross over the top of it. And this might look stupid and I might end up pulling it out, but and maybe we want to make it look like a flower. So maybe we ought to do a pretty color instead of just a green. Here's some that looks a little bit like those. Let's do that. That'll be pretty. Maybe we can put a button in the middle. Um, Thank you, Janet. We always like the thumbs ups and comments and all those things. I don't know if this will. I don't know what this is going to be like, but let's do it anyway. I think I'm changing my plan. My first plan was to just go under this one and over this one, under this one, over this one, back and forth like that. But now I think I'm going to go. Um, okay. And then back to the middle. And we don't want them to be tight because then they'll bunch up the fabric, and I don't want to do that. It's kind of hard to get this under that safety pin and not grab the fabric. I don't guess I have to worry about that too much, actually, because it doesn't really matter whether I grab the fabric or not, but my original intention was to not grab the fabric, just to use the pin, but I'm not able to do that very good. So this is my Just Because book, Miss Allie. Just a second and I'll show you. It's going to be like this. These are my pages, and I'm going to individually sew them in after I get them all done. And then this will be here and this will be here, and that'll be my book. So it's a slow stitch book. It's what it is. Yeah. Thank you. What made me think of this, instead of what I had originally planned to do, was remembering when I put these buttons on. And so I thought, oh yeah, we'll just pretend like there's a button in the middle. I probably will put a button in the middle. I could have gone ahead and done that. I didn't think about that. I could have gone ahead and done that. Thank you, Gloria. Oh, no, but that sounds interesting. I may have to look into that. Um, Maybe you need to tell me a little more about that. Could you post the here? Well, I don't know. You may not want to be a moderator, Allie, but if I made you a moderator, you could post a link. Would you be willing to do that, or would you rather post it in the group? But if you could post a link to whatever you're talking about there, I want to see it. Okay. I kind of like that. I think that looks fun, just like this. Okay, well, let me make you a moderator, and then you can post here and in the group, and that way more people can see it. Okay, you should have a wrench now, Miss Allie. Thank you. Okay. I think I like that one in the middle. What do y'all think? Maybe should I put a little piece of fabric underneath this button just to give it a little more something something? Now I can weave. I could weave. I definitely could. It wouldn't be a whole lot of fun to weave because there's so few prongs, but I could do that for sure. A cluster, Beth says. I don't want it to be too big because I want this to show, and I want some of that to show, but a little bit of some stuff would be good. I agree. Let's see. Thanks, Linda. Oh, I'm glad you got it fixed, Julie. Lagging's not fun, especially when you're trying to figure out where is chat and what's going on. I've been there. Okay, so now we need something else to go behind that. Oh, thank you, Becky. Becky put the hashtag in. Um, I'm glad to know there's a hashtag. Comments coming before the sub. Yeah, that would be an indicator. Let's see. Oh, let's put a little bit of this in there. Okay, I think I like that. Do y'all think that's enough of a cluster? Or do you think I should add a little bit more? Oh, thanks, Sherry. Thanks, Allie. Perfect. Okay. That's the word I needed to hear. Okay. Well, it feels like you should be able to tell where the hole is, but there we go. Okay. Let's see if we can get it back up in there again. No. Do the other one, Lisa. Okay. This is not that easy to do when you're trying not to go through the um, fabric that I should have got a new piece of stuff instead of trying to be chinchy and use the last little bit of this string. Okay, there we go. Okay. Done. She started her scroll in January. She's doing a section for each month. Oh, I didn't realize it was Magical Touch Carol. Cool. Well, I could have probably gone and found it myself then. I thought it was another Carol. Well, I haven't been paying enough attention, I guess, because I definitely want to look into that. Thank y'all. Anyway, here's this. I probably will like that also. Let me go ahead and open these links in a new tab so I can remember I have them when I get off tonight. Okay, so there's that. See, didn't mess up our front. We need to do a little something in here. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, here's a piece of lace. Let's see. This is what I used the other part of it out here. I thought it might be fun to use some of it inside. Not sure about that. Where was that leaf? Oh, really? Okay. Thank you so much, Tanya. Um, y'all, I'm so glad you came to stay with me for a while. Thank you for posting. Thanks for the links. Thanks for all your help, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get off because I want to get in the house before it decides to come a gully washer, and it's supposed to be one. So God bless you all. Have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Any of you who are in the path of all this mess, God bless you. Bye bye.